how to bring your audience back from the dead. Now, if you're a presenter of any kind, a coach, speaker, consultant, leader, anyone who talks to other humans, then you've probably encountered some sort of environment, whether in a group or one-on-one, where all of a sudden they're just like deer in headlights. No one's listening. They're yawning. They're texting. It's the worst. And what you're there to do, no one is paying attention to. In other words, you've lost them, right? They're halfway dead. They're like, when is this over? How quickly can we get this chick off stage so we can get back to doing whatever we were doing? Listen, the number one thing that you can do to bring that audience back to life is so simple that you probably have never thought about it. You simply need to acknowledge it. That's it. It's what nobody does because it's awkward and it's uncomfortable, and quite honestly, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to call out the audience and say, hey, I need y'all to look alive. Put your phones down, wake up. That's embarrassing because you're acknowledging that you have not held their attention. So it's not an easy thing to do, but I promise you, it's the number one thing that works, not only because no one expects it, but because you're calling out the truth. You're calling out the reality of the situation. And it may sound something like this or your own variation, but this is literally, I have done this from stage. I only know this tip because I have been there before. And I will literally notice people texting and yawning. Those are my two signs where I'm like, all right, we got to change things up. Literally, clap. Acknowledge that there's something going on. It's amazing what people do when there's a loud noise and go, hey, you guys are looking a little dead out there. And I need this room to come back alive. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to stop exactly what I'm doing right now. So I want you to do the same thing. Yeah, I see you out there texting. Put that phone down, right? For you that have been nodding off, napping, it's time to wake up. I want everyone to stand up. And you're just going to do a 5-second stand up. That's it. Like, this is not some like, oh, here's a quick laugh line and here's a technique you throw in. It's like, no, stop what you're doing because it's not working. Right? If people are not paying attention, something is off. So you got to stop what you're doing, assess the situation, acknowledge it, address it, and restart. It gives you a chance to restart as well, to go, all right, I need to change up my approach. But more importantly, they know that you know, and that means a lot. As a presenter, as a coach, consultant, speaker, leader, again, it means a lot for you to acknowledge the situation of your audience. So just stop, acknowledge it. Have people stand up and go, hey, we're going to do a 1-minute wiggle. We're going to do a 5-second dance. Now, this is all your personality. You may just have them stand up, put their arms in the air, and say, we're going to stretch it out. I need your blood flowing. And then I'm going to have you sit back down. Listen, y'all, we're in the home stretch of this. We have X amount of minutes left, and I need you to stay with me, right? So here's what we're going to do for the rest of this. No phones, no naps. Add a little humor in. The thing is what's funny is reality. That's what's funny, is you simply acknowledging, yeah, I see you napping, I see you texting. I'm not blind up here. But most of us don't do that. Most of us just try to roll right past it, go, man, how quickly can I get through this and get off, right? The best thing for you to do is acknowledge it. That's engaging with your audience. And again, this works. It doesn't matter if it's an audience of 1, 10, 50, 100, 1,000. It works. You've got to acknowledge it, call light to it, call attention to it, change the environment. And the quickest way you can do that is just stand up and then sit back down. And then you set the expectations for the rest of your time. It is not the most comfortable thing to do, but it is the number one thing that works in an instant. So if you want to know how to bring your audience back alive, you just have to acknowledge that they're not with you. And then you've got to change the environment, reset expectations, and then, only then, can you carry on.